Hi, welcome back. I'm BrainError, and today we are continuing Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, I made a ton of friends last time, and I'm really interested in this one particular girl. It's very cute and a little bit feisty, called Natsuki. So, let's see how the story progresses and if me and Natsuki could become an item. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on! Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. 12 inches. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but... Monica just said... Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Jerk. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow, so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. I mean, they're not that hard to read, dude. There's mostly just pictures, not that much text. But I suppose that's necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everybody's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait! Sayuri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayuri is on the wrinkled sheet of a loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Well, Natsuki, of course, because it's for her. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Okay, well, let's start with things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I said that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. I like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set it up for rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care about how old everybody is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Sayuri probably because she's my best friend. This is a good poem, BrainError. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's what impresses me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it so seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. But I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, BrainError. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayuri. I'm not sure Sayuri sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayuri, this is just a guess, but did you wait until morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still try my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Hehe! This was so much fun. Monika's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Monika. Hi, BrainError. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever had any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, BrainError. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. And Monica, my poem. I like it, BrainError. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids. But if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. It might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I always hope you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. Are they all gonna say that? You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh, jeez, it's long. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. Okay. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Wow, Yuri, I guess. Kinda dreading that one. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh! Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it is as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It may take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself or to me or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the lights. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the ember glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Ah. I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer ones. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's your first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about the ghost at all, BrainError. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps, the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Well. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for their mediocre writing abilities. Oh, for my mediocre writing abilities. And my mediocre reading skills today. Jeez. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns to the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute. Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
Huh. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. So Yuri liked it, and BrainError did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And BrainError liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Uh-huh? That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that BrainError appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours.
And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as BrainError started showing up.
Natsuki!
Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly both girls turned towards me, as if they noticed that I was standing there.
BrainError!
She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poem so convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force him to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, BrainError.
Oh, wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most effectively. Avoiding them is not unnecessarily limiting yourself. It's also a waste. You understand that, right, BrainError?
Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Alright, I'm gonna go for Natsuki.
Yuri, you're really talented.
Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that... I rack my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over. And Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah! It did, didn't it? Aha! Shows how much you know.
That's not...
Natsuki, I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me.
Natsuki's voice whines.
Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder, so Yuri's nodding vigorously. Yeah, so... You don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that, barely audible.
Yuri.
Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either.
Well, if you say so.
Hey! It's not like you need to apologize for me, BrainError. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about... Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. So Yuri and Monika look away. Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, and you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayuri?
I'll go make some tea.
Eh? I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated Sayuri. I pat Sayuri on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone's read up each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone. Especially you, BrainError. And to be honest, it's nice to change pace from the lazing around we got a little too used to. Ah, so my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere.
No, not at all, not at all. There's still time before we go home, so we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room. So maybe you can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for.
I disagree, Monica.
About what?
That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun!
Yeah, of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayuri.
In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth so far.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
BrainError, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better.
Nee.
I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. And not to myself a newfound determination.
BrainError! Ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go.
Sayuri beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayuri and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayuri, about what happened earlier.
Eh? What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you.
Phew. You know, BrainError, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun.
It looks like Sayuri still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayuri. I pat Sayuri on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayuri as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this. Ooh, more picking. Right, so cutesy things. What about Doki Doki?
Kawaii.
Ooh, color? No. Parfait. Fluffy. Excitement. No. I don't want you. Pure. Climax. I bet you that's you. I don't know. Party? Oh no, that's you. I don't want you. Rainbow? No! I'm half-half now. Hop. Poof. Marshmallow. Bunny. There you go. Oh, bouncy. Cute. Papa. Ooh. Incapable? Oh no, that's you. Well. Sunny. Oh no. Kitty! Play? No, I think it's half-half. That's gonna suck. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, BrainError! Yo, Sayori! Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in a club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy me a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why, that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just want to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and let its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I could see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spend all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves me one option. Yeah! I give up! Don't make me feel guilty! If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Hahaha. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her books as always. Aha! I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell BrainError to let me borrow some money. That's, don't get me involved in things like that yet, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much. It's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad and I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. That's... Still, coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But... You wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on. Give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was... A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution! Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about cupcakes. It was totally worth it seeing your reaction though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. So Yuri hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. So Yuri rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. So Yuri suddenly clasps her hand over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just a cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. So Yuri gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Aw, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand. Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. So Yuri suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Uh-huh. Mouthful, so Yuri trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Yuri? Eh? Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Where's Monika anyway?
Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today?
Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual.
I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just got something to do today. She's pretty popular after all.
Eh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined.
That's true. Excuse me. Suddenly the door swings open.
Sorry, I'm super sorry.
Ah, there you are.
I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything.
Eh? Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all? You're so strong-willed.
Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about?
Monika quizzically glances at me.
Never mind that.
What held you up anyway?
Well, my last period today was study hall. And to be honest, I kind of just lost track of time.
That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you play music as well, Monika. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano.
That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monika.
That's...
Monika looks at me.
Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will.
Yay! That sounds cool. And also I look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case... I won't let you down, BrainError.
Monika smiles sweetly and farts in the air. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I really love the chance to share once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I?
Not really. I chose to leave out Sayuri's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone is already settled down. Sayuri somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. It's not long before Natsuki comes up to me expectantly. Yeah. Don't worry, I kept my promise. I pulled the first volume of Parfait Girls out from my bag. Natsuki takes it from my hands, then quickly turns it over, presumably to check for wrinkles. Hey, I'm not that careless. I handle manga all the time, you know. I just wanted to make sure. Can you blame me for being paranoid? I don't give people my manga every day, you know. That's true. I don't blame you. Well, anyway, let me put this one back. I'm gonna get the next one, okay? Natsuki makes her way to the closet. I follow. So you're gonna tell me everything you thought, right? Where did this volume leave off again? I forget. The chapter ended when Minori and Alice found... Monika! Natsuki's voice resonates from inside the closet. I peer inside. All of Natsuki's books are lined up on the top shelf. Did you move my manga again?
Sorry. The teacher got mad at me for taking up so much space in her closet, so I had to move some stuff around and clean up a little. It's all still there, I just had to reorganize it a bit. The top shelf is far above Natsuki's head. She makes a futile hop, trying to figure out how to reach her manga. Jeez, this is so inconvenient. I'm moving these all back down. There's plenty of room on these shelves. And besides, they're really pretty to look at when they're all lined up. Why would you waste that on the top shelf? Natsuki, there's a stool on the wall there. In the closet, there's a collapsible stool that's hanging on the wall. If you want, I can reach up there and hand them to you. I can get them myself. Natsuki grabs the stool from the wall and unfolds it. You think I'm too short or something? I mean, I knew it. Well, you know what? You just watch me. Natsuki hops into the stool, which ends up being a little wobbly because of its collapsible design. Careful. I know what I'm doing. Standing on the stool, Natsuki's fingertips reach the top shelf. The stool would be enough for me to easily grab the books, but Natsuki is being stubborn as usual. Natsuki uses her fingers to scoot one of the smaller boxes to the edge of the shelf.
See? Gah!
The box suddenly tips. Natsuki barely catches it before it falls to the floor. The stool wobbles.
Wah!
Losing balance, Natsuki hops off the stool. Thankfully, she was able to stay on her feet. She holds the box triumphantly.
There.
Having almost fallen, Natsuki is a bit shaken up. Jeez, no need to prove yourself to me. There's no way you'll be able to get the bigger boxes like that. I can reach them, so just...
I said I can do it. I don't want your help, okay? I'm gonna get a chair, so just hang on.
Natsuki forces her way past me out of the closet.
Let's see.
The classroom chairs have the desk attached, so they're too inconvenient to fit in the closet.
Aha!
Natsuki trots over to the teacher's desk, which has a computer chair behind it. She rolls it on its wheels back over to the closet.
Ah!
It's a little dangerous since the chair swivels and rolls, but I've already learned my lesson, so I keep my mouth shut.
Ish!
Natsuki climbs onto the chair and then slowly balances onto her feet. Since she refuses my help, I take a seat with my back against the side of the doorway and simply watch.
Ah! There we go! See? I can easily do it now.
Natsuki grabs a stack of manga and bends down to put it on the shelf below.
Oh, what?
The chair swivels. Natsuki catches herself on the shelf.
What are you doing? Can you at least hold the chair steady instead of sitting and doing nothing?
Who was it that told me not to help? Yeah, I got you. I hold the chair while Natsuki reaches back up. I can almost see up her skirt. Ugh. Force myself to look away. Natsuki seriously didn't think this through. Once she realizes I'll be dead.
Ha!
Natsuki wraps her hands around the Parfait Girls box set, easily the largest one on the shelf.
Heavy. Hey, BrainError. I don't think I can bend down without falling. Hurry and take this one.
Eh? But then I have to let go of the chair.
That's fine. Just for a second. Hurry up.
Alright. Let me just stand up. I slowly release my grip from the chair.
What do you mean stand up?
Natsuki looks down at me.
Why are you all the way back?
Natsuki looks like she just realized something, but she'll lose her balance if she moves. Natsuki, the box.
What were you looking at? You're trying to look at my...
Natsuki's legs shake. I'm not. I was just... Natsuki, don't try to move. Just give me the box.
You perf! Hentai! You set me up! Go away! Get out!
But...
I'll do it myself!
The chair suddenly swivels beneath Natsuki's feet. Natsuki!
Yeah!
The scene turns to chaos in a split second. The chair flies from under Natsuki's feet. Frantically, I try to catch her. The box topples out of our hands and the books go flying. I got you! Crash. The full force of Natsuki's body against me throws me to the ground. A whole bunch of books pelt me in the face. Natsuki tries to shield herself with her own arms as her face lands straight onto my chest. Ugh. My right arm and back seriously felt the impact. Slowly, Natsuki comes to her senses. Ugh. She presses her arm straight into me to pop herself up. Natsuki seems to realize that it's not the floor that's beneath her.
Gross! Gross!
Gah! A fist pounds into my chest. Natsuki then hoists herself to her feet.
What were you thinking? You sicko!
Everything okay over here? I heard a loud noise. Monica suddenly peers in.
Monica! See what happens when you put the manga on the top shelf? Are you trying to kill your club members or something? Jeez!
Sorry.
Oh, and one more thing. It seems like your most recent club member is a total pervert. So I hope you're happy.
I didn't. Somehow it's impossible for me to explain this whole bizarre situation to Monica. I didn't do anything, I swear. I know, don't worry. Monica says that quietly to me. Looks like I'm off the hook.
Oh no! My... Eh?
I look down. Natsuki is kneeling on the floor, holding one of the books that are scattered all over. There's a large diagonal crease along the page that she was desperately trying to smooth out. Ah, must have landed on the page. Natsuki tried a bit more to fix the crease, but she can't get it out. Suddenly she gives up and slams the book shut, then throws it to the floor. Instead of continuing to yell, she just lowers her head. Natsuki, are you...
No!
Natsuki's voice squeaks. I see tears on her face. I'll help you get the crease out, okay? It's partially my fault, so... Natsuki shakes her head, still looking down.
No! I don't even care that much. I'm just... having a really bad day, okay?
Natsuki sobs again.
I didn't mean to take it out on you. I really didn't mean to.
It's fine. Is there anything you want to talk about? Natsuki shakes her head.
Just... every day. It's so hard. I just want to... come to the club and...
Natsuki falls silent again. I can't press her, so I can only do what I know how to. Alright. Well, I'll help you clean this up. And I'll move the rest of your manga for you. I pick up volume 2 of Parfait Girls. We'll set this one aside. This will help cheer you up a bit, right? We can get started once I'm done here. Natsuki looks up with her glossy eyes. Her lip quivers.
You're really nice to me.
Eh? That sounds really strange coming from Natsuki. I didn't expect it at all. Well, I'm just treating you like a friend, you know. Natsuki lowers her head and stifles another sob. I'm not sure what happened to her today, but being nice is the least I could do. Least anyone could do. The next couple of minutes are silent between us as I begin gathering the scattered books. I make sure to slip them into the box in their correct order. After a little bit, Natsuki starts helping. It isn't long before we're done, and I hoist the box into the shelf where Natsuki wanted to put it. Then, I get on the stool and quickly finish moving the rest of her books from the top shelf. Alright, that should do it. I hop off the stool. Natsuki averts her gaze.
Thanks.
It's nothing. Natsuki is holding the volume I set aside in her hands. Alright, I'm ready.
Good. Even if you weren't, I'd make you anyway. You're taking responsibility for what you said. The thing about cheering me up.
If you insist. We sit in the same spot as last time and I open the second volume. Natsuki's mood quickly improves, laughing and pointing things out to me. She's surprisingly sharp, making note of a lot of subtle repeated jokes and background elements. In the end, I'm pretty impressed by how everything ties together in this manga. I guess Natsuki has good taste after all. After some time, Monika gets our attention as usual and it's time to share our poems again. I guess I'll be holding on to this for now.
Yep. Even if you sound more enthusiastic this time.
Well, I'm starting to get into it, you know.
Hehehe. Told you.
Yeah. I return to my seat and slip the book into my bag.
Natsuki.
Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me, then back at the poem. By now she must have read it more than once. Is it that bad?
No, it's not. It's good. It's really good, okay? There, I said it.
Ugh, this wasn't supposed to happen at all.
Why can't you just be bad at this? My poems are supposed to impress you, not the other way around.
You're trying to impress me?
Obviously, you think I'd let you enjoy Yuri's writing more than mine? Give me a break.
Well, in that case, what's the problem with me trying to impress you?
I'll tell you.
Natsuki's face freezes, like she just realized something.
You're trying to impress me?
Natsuki vigorously scans her eyes over my poem one more time. Then the poem slips out of her hands and flutters to the floor.
I have to use the bathroom.
Red-faced, Natsuki quickly walks out of the room. Hey, BrainError? Did you do something to Natsuki? I just saw her rush out like that. You didn't do anything terrible, did you?
No.
I just told her that... My voice gets caught in my throat. There's no way I could tell Monika that I'm trying to impress Natsuki. Monika sees the poem lying on the floor and swiftly picks it up. She reads through it, her smile not fading from her face. I see. You wrote this for Natsuki, didn't you?
I mean, not really.
In fact, didn't she like your poem a lot the other day too? I'm surprised you know her taste so well already. Are you sure you're not cheating, BrainError?
Cheating? What do you mean by that?
Never mind, I'm just kidding. I didn't understand Monika's joke at all. Anyway, how do you think Natsuki feels about you? Oh, you don't need to answer that. It was just something for you to think about.
Hey!
Natsuki comes up and snatches a poem out of Monika's hands. Neither of us had noticed her re-enter the classroom.
Did you read this, Monika?
Of course, I liked it.
Ugh. You should really stop reading things that aren't for you, you know. You have a bad habit of doing that.
But BrainError wrote this poem, and we're supposed to share with everyone, right?
Natsuki freezes. She apparently forgot that my poem is technically for everyone to read. Okay, well, I think BrainError is done sharing this poem with everyone. It's not like anyone will want to read this anyway. In fact, I'm just going to hold on to this.
If you insist.
What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Like what?
Ugh. Never mind.
Natsuki, I'll give you the poem, but that's still not very fair to Sayuri. She hasn't gone to read it yet.
So what?
Well, I guess BrainError is right, Natsuki. It's not fair if you don't let everyone finish reading it.
Fine.
Natsuki returns to my poem.
It's not like she's going to like it though. Anyway, read my poem now. And no, I won't let you keep it. This is my only copy.
Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Oh, it's a long one. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always hear her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. But what if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Okay.
Not bad, right?
It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's.
Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do.
No, of course not.
Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that?
Of course. It's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid, if people find out, they make fun of you and think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things.
Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too.
You know, I'm glad that you can appreciate this kind of writing. I mean, I know I was talking about that yesterday, but I've been enjoying sharing my writing with you, so consider yourself lucky, okay?
Well, thanks for being honest.
What's that supposed to mean? I'm always honest. Jeez. Just look forward to tomorrow too, okay?
Alright, I will. Right, I'm gonna end it there because it's been going on for a bit. I hope that was just as enjoyable. Things are going on and Natsuki likes me. Ah, I knew it. She cannot resist this. So thank you so much for joining me and I will see you when I see you.